Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips.
I'm Molly Bay.
Today is, what is today?
September 23rd.
September 23rd, 2020. A few days out from the big win. Got finished watching the game film today. Got it all done. Should have the video out tomorrow. We will do a podcast Friday concerning what we saw in the game film and also the upcoming game for Sunday against Denver, at Denver. But until then, we got some news.
We do. We have the injury report, and then we've got some league news. I want to start off with Devin White is leading the league in tackles.
Yes. Did you know him and Lavonte David are the only duo in the NFL with 20-plus tackles each through the first two games?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. And also, I like that segue. I'm glad you had that handy. We didn't even plan that.
We did not plan. We just good like that.
We wing it.
We got the mojo. The Rojo mojo. Although we don't know if he's got the mojo anymore. He might be a second stringer. We'll see.
That's my prediction in a few weeks. The Bucs did make some roster moves this week. First of all, we did not bring Mazzy Wilkins back.
That surprised me.
That surprised me too.
Poor Mazzy.
I know.
With a name like that, man, you got to be a football player.
Yeah, absolutely. We did sign Tanner Hudson from the practice squad to the active roster, which is very interesting given all the talk about tight ends this week.
We're going to play with 20 tight ends this week.
And throw it to none of them.
The whole offensive line is going to be nothing but tight ends.
We also signed cornerback Ross Cockrell and tight end Daniel Helm to the practice squad. I don't know. And we also released Zach Shackelford from the practice squad and then re-signed him.
Makes sense to me.
Yep. There we go.
This whole practice squad with all the players, and then you get to bring up two, and then it's just, I'm not even trying to keep track of it. I'm glad you are.
I can't really keep track of it. We named our 3 protected players on the practice squad: wide receiver Cyril Grayson, kicker Greg Joseph, and linebacker Chappelle Russell.
Okay.
So there we go. Antoine Winfield Jr. is up for the Pepsi Rookie of the Week.
Who's he going against, do you know?
Oh, gosh, I can't remember. None of them look familiar, so. And they're all rookies, so that's probably why. I think mostly offensive players, which is usually how that works. You go to NFL.com/voting/rookies. And I actually just tweeted it. So if you go to our Bucs Twitter account, Bucs_observer, there will be a link there. But you can vote as many times as you want. It's just, I don't know.
It's got to be cheating.
I know.
If there's a rookie on Dallas or
the
Patriots or Pittsburgh or Green Bay, they gonna get it.
Hey, don't talk like that. We can do it. We got to do this for Antoine, guys.
Go vote, man.
Go vote.
Go vote 50 times.
Yeah, you can do it. It's true. The Pro Football Focus, your favorite, has come out with this little nugget. No quarterback has had more passes dropped than Tom Brady through week 2.
Week 2, he had more passes dropped than anybody. I mean, just in week 2, he had more passes dropped than any other quarterback in 2 weeks. That was a poor showing by our receivers.
I can't wait to hear your analysis.
Yeah. There it was. You just heard it.
The NFL announced that there were 0 confirmed new positive cases amongst the players in the week spanning September 13th through the 19th. There were 5 positives of personnel, but no players. So it's going pretty well, it seems like. This has no bearing on us, but I just think it's the craziest story, and I want to talk to you about it. Did you hear about Tyrod Taylor?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the Chargers team doctor was giving him a pain-killing injection before the game last week, and for some cracked ribs, which playing through cracked ribs, like that's
got to be
impressive.
Yeah, I'd want a pain injection too.
Yeah, exactly. But you probably didn't want it from this doctor because you ended up puncturing Tyrod Taylor's lung.
I don't even. How do you do that? How long is that needle?
Yeah,
that long?
I don't know.
You know.
Which Ralph is very skeptical of doctors anyway.
Not a big fan of the medical community.
My grandmother was like that. Her dad, when she was 8, went into the doctor for strep throat, and he caught some kind of bug in the hospital and died.
Yeah, it happens all the time. It's the most dangerous place in the world is a hospital.
Yeah, she would not go to the hospital ever. Ever. She said, "You're gonna carry me out feet first from this house," and that's what we did, by golly. Yep.
And she lived to be 91. 91. So, yeah, so it worked for her.
Yeah, worked out. But this was just insane. And people were talking about all the players who have had season or career-ending injuries because of the medical treatment. Remember Lawrence Tynes in the Bucs? And I don't know that this was necessarily his treatment, but it was something he contracted MRSA. I don't know if it was in the facility. I think that he spread it in the facility, but I don't know. We didn't have a MRSA issue until we got him. But that was the big thing during the Schiano era, and then he sued the team.
Yeah, got a settlement from it too. Wasn't our left guard too that we got from New Orleans?
Yeah, Carl
Nix. Carl Nix. Oh man, he was awesome.
But he had that toe injury.
Yeah, he had
like this recurring. So. Yep. I don't know. I mean, you got to figure these guys are all getting medical treatment
all the time,
extensively, all the time. So, I mean, if you just go by like hospital stats, there's probably a large portion of them that are likely to have treatment that ends their careers. I mean, it's just a numbers game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, not that it's going to a Tyrod, but just an interesting little tidbit.
You know, the Bucs were the only NFC South to win in week 2. NFC South team to win in week 2. That was sweet. Well, the Saints look like crap. They just got beat up on. Well, it was nice for the refs to start calling a little bit of penalties on it, too. The Cowboys were the only NFC East team to win in week 2, and the Bills were the only AFC East team to win in week 2.
Okay, so we had some divisions where it was just one victory.
Yeah. Now, all 4 of the NFC West teams won in week 2.
Boo.
Yeah.
Could be fighting them for wild card spots. You ready to go through the injury report?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. On the Bucs side, we don't have that many people. Chris Godwin has cleared the concussion protocol, so he was a full participant today. Scotty Miller has a hip/groin injury. He was limited. JPP has a knee injury. He was limited. Donovan Smith also has a knee injury. He was limited. And Justin Watson has a shoulder injury, and he did not practice. He was the only holdout for the Buccaneers. The Broncos, on the other hand, not doing so hot. Tackle Garrett Bowles has an elbow injury. He was a full participant. Okay. Tight end Jake Butt has a hand injury. I'm serious, that's his name.
And that's got to be the worst position to play as a tight end butt.
What a butt?
Wow.
I hope he says it a different way. I would. I'd make up a pronunciation.
Butte.
Yeah. Is that any better?
Butte.
I don't know.
Butte.
Anyway, Mr. Butt has a hand injury, and he I can't. He was a full participant on Wednesday. Defensive end Jarrell Casey has an elbow injury. He was limited. Wide receiver Tyree Cleveland has a hip injury. He was a full participant. Cornerback Devontae Harris has a hamstring. He did not practice. Defensive end Shelby Harris has a neck injury. He was limited. Wide receiver Jerry Jeudy has a rib injury. He was limited. Running back Philip Lindsay has a foot injury. He did not practice. Quarterback Drew Lock has a right shoulder injury, and he did not practice. Safety Trey Marshall has a hip/wrist injury, and he was limited. And tight end Albert Okwung. Oh, hold on. I practiced this one before we started. Let me look at it. Okwegbunam has a hip injury, and he is a full participant.
Man, that's a list. That
is a list. And I just want to add that the Broncos signed Blake Bortles, and he is in the process. He's got to clear the COVID protocols because I think Drew Lock is going to be out for 3 to 5 weeks.
Wow. That's crazy.
So we'll be playing a new quarterback in the system. So
interesting.
We'll talk about that in the game preview, and we're going to do a combo podcast of the week 2 review and then a week 3 preview.
Yes. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. We got the game Sunday at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Broncos. We will be wearing all pewter.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I'm very excited about that.
Those ugly white
uniforms, yes. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Till next time.
Go Bucs.